Good morning, everyone. It's Angelique here. I wanted to share with you a little bit of something that you may not be familiar with about me. I'm sure many of you are, that I've suffered with depression, and I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I saw emptiness in my eyes. I saw emptiness in who I was as an individual. And that didn't just happen one day. I didn't just wake up and go, oh yeah, I'm empty. It took a while for me to really recognize and realize that that was happening, and that I had to take ownership for this depression that was happening in my life. I was very ashamed for a long time to think that I was sad and depressed because it's something that we didn't talk about. And when I looked in the mirror and saw sadness and sorrow and just this woman who was just a lost soul, it really broke my heart. It's not who I was. I was always laughing and having fun and full of life, and here I was just empty. So I needed to go on a search and find out who I was. And this depression that hit me, it took a long time for me to really realize that's what it was. And it was over several years. I was sad, and I could feel and see these things happening in my life, but I just thought, I don't know, it's just life. I'm having some troubles with life and work, and everything's personal, and my work, everything's happening, and it's just really affecting me. And then it really hit. It finally, my body was just like, you're done. And I hit rock bottom. And that was the day that I really took a good long look at myself in the mirror. And that's the day that I realized that I was very, very lost. And I had a choice. And I made the choice to stay and figure out how I'm going to make myself better. And so I played in that really dark mud for about 2 years. And it was pretty bad. It's almost undescribable, the sadness and the sorrow that I went through, and crying, and the thoughts that I had. And so in that 2 years of that real thickness of that real sadness, a sadness like that I have never experienced in my life, I really wanted to explore how I could get my giggle back, because I had lost something that was so precious to me, and something that my house was full of, and now there was nothing. And my kids would laugh, my husband would laugh, but I was just, I would go sit in my room and sit in the bed, and I didn't care. I didn't want to be part of that, even though I really desperately did. It makes a little bit of confusion there. So I finally found laughter yoga. And laughter yoga, I really say honestly and truly, it really saved my life. It was very impactful at a time, and it showed up in my life exactly at the time that I needed it to. It could have showed up at the beginning of that really darkness, but I wasn't ready. And then all of a sudden I was really open to finding this laughter again, and this joy that I wanted so desperately. I was really open to it because I was tired of being in this darkness, and in this never knowing from one day to the next how I was going to feel, it was just so heavy on me. So I found laughter yoga, and they didn't have it here in Medicine Hat. So I had to go to Wildwood, Alberta, and take the training. I was just simply going to go take a class and learn the techniques. And so I decided to take the course and the training instead. And so I did. I was doing that for my own purpose, not for the purpose of anybody else. And through that, I really learned that this was my gift. And I had to go through this dark place to be able to come out the other side to share this with you. So that's just, when you look in the mirror and you see sadness and sorrow, I just really invite you to maybe come and try laughter yoga, or if laughter yoga is not your thing and you come and you try it and it's not your thing, let me give you some other options that might be, something that would connect with you. I've got a lot of tools in my toolbox. I have a lot of information. I know I have a lot of people in Medicine Hat that I'm connected with that offer lots of different modalities and different things that maybe just might be the right one for you. I'm not saying that laughter yoga is, but you know what? How do you know if you don't try it? So I hope to see you and meet you and share a giggle with you. And even if it's just that you're stressed or you have some anxiety, laughter yoga can help with that as well. It's not just about helping with depression. Depression is simply my story of why I became a laughter yoga instructor and why I call myself the Giggle Guru. Until I meet you, have a beautiful day. Don't forget, share a smile with a stranger. You never know. It might just change their day. And it might change yours too. Love and laughter, everyone.